guys, Mayflom here. Quick little card. Got a little thankful stamp here and my distress inks. One of my favorite ways to stamp with distress inks is doing just this. Getting out, the little ones work best, just they're easier. You can certainly do this with the full-size ink pads too, but getting out my little ink pads and going around and stamping different colors all over a stamp. And the reason this is so much fun is with the distress inks, they will blend, bleed, create beautiful watercolor-like effects with very little effort on your part. You just want to take a look and make sure it's all covered. And no, you don't need to worry about if it dries, because what you're going to do, I'm going to stamp onto watercolor paper for this card. But what you are going to do is going to mist this, get everything out of the way, with some water. This is just a little spray bottle with a little water. And it doesn't take much. You just want to take a look at it and turn it. Make sure that everything does look nice and wet from the water. Then get out your watercolor paper, stamp, boom. And the more water you add, the more it's going to blend. I want just a light touch here because this is words, because I want this readable. And then from there, it's up to you. You could do whatever you want. I'm going to trim this down and mount it onto a card. And before I do that, I'm going to use my little sequins, some liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to put a couple of dots of that down, and then put a little button, a little bit of sequins and things. Just put a few little things down, just a few light touches. I'm not looking for a very heavily or heavy-handed embellished card here. I'm really just looking for a light touch, because you know what? Sometimes when we make our cards, it can be a lot of fun to get really complicated or spend a lot of time. But sometimes, especially, let's say you've got a sentiment that's thank you or for Christmas or whatever you have, birthdays, and you just want some simple cards and you want to make them each unique, but you also want them to be quick and easy. This is a 3 to 5 minute card. I'm kind of taking my time and having fun here with the various embellishments, but this can easily be done in 3 minutes per card. I mean, that means that you can easily have 20 or more cards done very, very quickly, but still have all that fun with creating. And if you need to move anything, if you have like a paper piercing tool or something like that, it works really, really nicely to adjust where those sequins are, to move them around, alter that space. And I'm just leaving this on here. Honestly, I thought about trimming this part of the video off, but you know what? It's kind of relaxing to just sit and put and create a little cluster or a little waterfall of embellishments like this. Once you are done with this, what's next? Well, that's pretty much up to you. You can keep adding or not. As I mentioned, I'm going to trim this down and I'm going to put this on a colored piece of cardstock. You could also stitch around it, use pen work, do additional stamping, or make it really fancy if you want. But for me, I wanted a nice, simple thank you card, and I certainly got it here today. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, I always love hearing from you. Feel free to email me, message me, or leave me a comment.